Hello, it's Sally here with Dotty B. Welcome to my channel. I'm so glad that you're here and you're joining me, and I'm so excited with what I'm about to show you as well. It's something that I've wanted to do for a long time, even before I started doing my videos. I was doing little packs and selling them, but I didn't do it too much, but I'm wanting to start up again. So I am designing my own little slow stitch packs. And this is my first one that I'm going to show you. So I'm going to actually make one with one of the packs, and then hopefully I'm going to do a giveaway on one. I've made 12 packs. I'm going to use one myself. I'm going to do a little giveaway to say thank you to my subscribers, and I'm also going to be selling some as well over on my Instagram page. I will let you know details of that at the end. So these are my 12 packs. Like I say, I'm going to hold one back as a giveaway, and I will talk about that at the end, I think. So I'm going to just pop those to the side, and this is the pack that they're all the same. This is the pack that I'm going to use today to show you what I'm going to be making. So in the pack you will find a pattern. So this is my pattern here that I've done, and sorry, I've got threads around because I've just been cutting fabric. So yes, this is the design, and it will all become clear. We have got as the base fabric, this is a bit of old vintage linen. Now I have gone vintage where I can, and all of the fabrics that I'm using are from my stash. Some are vintage, some are that I've had for a while, but I haven't bought any new. So it's all washed, it's all pressed, and it comes from a smoke-free home. So some of the linens, they have got little marks on because they are vintage. I don't particularly mind that. If you mind, then this might not be for you. So I've got a piece of linen, old linen. I've got a piece of, this is old vintage fabric. We're going to have a vase, a jug of flowers. This is based on a stitchery that I have already done, although this is a little bit different, that I sent off to Christy in Australia for my stitchery swap. So I thought I'm basing it on that, although it's not exactly as that one is. So we've got a little bit of lacy trim that's going to go on the bottom like a shelf. We've got some striped fabric for the jug. We have got a little bit of striped fabric that's going to be a border. We've got a green floral that's going to be a border. And we've got some pink gingham for the border. We're going to have 3 different colours on the border. And then this is for the jug handle. It's a little bit of wool and a little bit of, we're going to couch it. And this is a little bit of DMC, 6-stranded DMC that we're going to use to couch the wool onto. So what I've included is everything you need to make the picture. You'll obviously need needles and your own thread, obviously scissors, your own sewing kit, scissors and the like. But to actually complete the picture, all of the fabric and the supplies, component pieces are in the kit. And we're also going to have some words, which I'm hoping to fit on. That's going to be going down, and we're going to have some words. So you might even need some tracing paper as well. But you will get the template that you can cut up and do whatever you like with, trace it. You can also just follow along with your own pieces. That's fine. The videos are here for you to encourage, to inspire, and for you to do your own things. So I'm going to do the basics, and then I might show you a little bit more of what you can do to embellish further than what I'm going, what the kit is the basic kit. You can then go forward and, for example, thread paint or add beads. You can do whatever you like. It is slow stitch, so that's the whole beauty of slow stitching. So this is your template, which is going to go something like that. and I am going to start off by, first of all, putting down the trim. With this trim, it has got a bit of a wonky edge. That's how it's made, how they're made, and we're just going to fold it over like that. There is more than you need. So you could, if you wanted to save some, you could go right up to the edge, because we are going to actually put a border on here, and chop that off, which I think I will do if I can find my scissors. Yep. But I kind of want it central, so I might just I'm just trying to find the center point so that the scoops are all central, and I think it's about there. I could do with some pins, to be honest, so I'm going to get some pins. And pin that on. Like that. Just check that it is straight. It's not straight. Let's try that again. A bit wonky. I'm just doing it by eye. It doesn't have to be perfect, but that one doesn't seem to be lying straight. Okay. And then I'm going to turn that over, I think. No, I'm not. Cut it straight off. And those little pieces can be kept for another project. Like I say, what's going to happen is, let me just show you one of the borders. It's going to go like that, so you won't see the edge once it's on. Right, so that's the first thing I'm going to do, and I'm going to get some needle and thread. This is just white sewing cotton, and get this stitched down. Everything's going to be stitched down with white sewing cotton first of all, and then I may do some embellishments afterwards. So this is just a tacking stitch. Just taking a tiny little piece of the trim. Let's get rid of that pin. So how are you all today? Hope you're all well and you're finding time to stitch. It's a lovely Sunday morning here today. I suppose it's moving into lunchtime, I think it might be. I've not checked the time, so I'm not sure. But it's a lovely sunny day here. Very warm. Summer's finally arrived in the UK. We're all very pleased. Well, most of us are. Until it gets too hot, and then we like to complain that it's too hot. We're never satisfied. But at the moment, it's lovely. I was in the garden earlier on, and I was pegging out the washing, and I heard this bird song. I don't know, I've not heard it before, so I don't know what kind of bird it was. But we've got loads of different birds in our garden, but not sure what it was. It was very melodic. So that's stitched down. I think next we will do the jug. So the jug is based on I can't remember what the mine's gone blank. Hang on, I'll get it in a minute. TG green, a TG green jug, which I have got. I don't know where it is, because I have had a look at it before, look for it before when I was doing this the first time, but I couldn't find it for some reason. It's stored away. I don't know where it is. We moved house in 2020, and in the old house I would have been able to tell you where everything was. This house, I have not got a clue where anything is. Right, I'm putting into my template a picture, because I want the template for the jug. Again, there's a lot of fabric and you won't use it all, but you can keep it for future projects. Right, I need to reverse that, don't I, because I'm going to be turning it over. It doesn't really matter what way the jug faces, but if you're following the pattern, then it needs to be reversed. So I'm just with a pencil, just tracing that round. Like that. And then I'm going to cut it out. This is all raw edged. I'm not going to tuck anything under. Get rid of that bit. Can go back in the scrap box. Okay, so that's the shape of my jug, and that's going to go on there. Okay, so with my white thread again, I think I've got enough just to do the jug. I'm just going to go round. Should we pin it? Let's pin it. I'm just getting it central, but I'm also aware that I have got to do a handle. So I'm going to pop it over just slightly to this side. I'm just doing mine by eye, but you can, you can get everything. You could put everything together. It's not quite in line with that, but I suppose it is if I go down to the lacy trim bit, and it is. Okay. Doesn't look quite straight. You could also use a little bit of glue, dab a little bit of glue underneath it, a bit of Pritt stick or Yoo-hoo, something like that. So you can start anywhere. What I'm going to do is just a little stitch again, just to tack it on. They are slightly bigger than my stitches that I use for the trim, just because this is raw edge and I need to catch the edge without it fraying. And when this is finished, there's lots of things you can do with it. You can mount it onto a greetings card and give it as a present. You could mount it into a little picture frame, hang it on your wall. You could make it into a wall hanging. You don't actually need a picture frame. You can just get a little, once you've got your border on, you could just get a little tab or a little like metal ring. When I say metal ring, I'm trying to think if I've got some to show you. I use the little curtain rings. They're really tiny. They're like, sorry for the noise, I'm just trying to go through my drawer to try and find them. I'm not going to be able to find them now. But I've got some, I'm not going to be able to find them. I'm sorry about that. But you can get little curtain rings, brass curtain rings anyway. You can just sew one of those on. yeah, lots you can do with it. You could have it as a panel for something bigger, like a bag or a cushion. You can always add more fabric to the outside, you know, to make around the outside to make it bigger. I will probably put mine away, and I will either save it for a greetings card, because there's sometimes when you just think, oh, it's so and so's birthday and I haven't got a card. So I actually keep lots of blank cards, because I sometimes make cards anyway, which you can get from craft supply shops. Here in the UK, the Works are really good. They have lots of, they have the brown ones, you know, the brown like craft colour ones, or they also have lots of different pastel coloured cards as well, which are really sweet. So I always have plenty of those on hand. So I'll either save mine for that, or if time goes by and it's still hanging around, then I will put it into my stitch journal, which I've got, which I'm keeping throughout the year. And that has all my little stitcheries in that I do on YouTube. And it's just a little record of what I've done throughout the year. It's filling up really nicely. So this may end up in there. Whoops-a-daisy. Oh, I keep doing this. Spilling all my pins. I need them well out my way while I've done it again. Deary me. There you go. Right. I thought I'd have enough thread, but I may run out. Oh, so the giveaway. So I'm going, I might have enough actually. So the giveaway, I'm going to give one of the kits away to anywhere that I can post from the UK. So if you're in America or Australia or in Europe or wherever else you may be, as long as the UK will deliver it, you know, I can go to the post office and say I want to deliver this to da-da-da-da, then I can do that. So if you would like a kit and be entered into the draw for a kit, the draw is going to be open for 2 weeks from today, so I will draw it in 2 weeks today. And you just have to, what can you don't have to do anything, just say you'd like to be entered into the draw, just let me know. And I will enter you into the draw. If you want one of the kits and you want to buy one of the kits, you, head on over to my Instagram page and the details will be on there. And if you've bought a kit and you're entered into the draw and you win the draw, I will refund you. So you will get a free kit, if that makes sense. Or you can have the kit, you can have an extra kit posted to you. It's up to you. I'm just looking for my thick needle, which I have lost. That's a bit too thick. Right, let me try. I don't know where my chenille needle is. Oh, look at that. It goes through. So I'm going to do the handle next. So I just need to it's only a short piece of wool, but you really don't need much at all. So you go in at the top, like that. And then down to the bottom. And you just make it how you want it. I want mine kind of like that. So when I'm pouching it, I will just maybe have to manipulate it a little bit, but I'm going to just try and find another needle because I'm using all 6 strands of this one. Yep, it's gone through. So it's a little bit thicker. And then you just couch it down. So that's basically tying down the wool. And it's in a stripe effect because the jugs obviously have a stripy handle. I'm just thinking, do they have a stripy handle? I can't remember because I haven't got my jug to look at. It might not have a stripy handle, it might be a plain handle, but we're doing a stripy handle, so it's not exactly accurate. It doesn't matter because it's just a piece of art and we're using a little bit of artistic license either way. So, and it just makes a nice stripe effect. You can go, you could go a bit closer and have, you know, closer together stripes, so you've got more stripes. You can go further apart. It's entirely up to you. So that's the beauty with slow stitch. You can just do it to how you want to do it. You don't have to, although this is a pattern to follow, it's really just rough guidelines, and you can you do what you want to make it yours, uniquely yours. I mean, they all are unique anyway because we all stitch differently, don't we? And even my stitches are not, that's not, they are irregular. It's not uniform, but that doesn't matter at all. So I'm going to just tie off the blue thread. Okay. And then I've got the wool. I'm just going to try and just tuck that through a few stitches rather than knot it, because the knots can be quite bulky. If you just go through a few threads, that will be fine. We'll secure it down. Okay, let's take our pin out, and that's our jig done. If you use pins, you can just give the fabric a little rub and it'll come out. Okay, so that's that bit done. Now we need to look towards the flowers. So this is a piece of vintage fabric, and I've just cut out around the fabric, but you can be a little bit more neater. I'm just going to go and fussy cut just so it gives a wavy line. I've got a fly buzzing around all over the place. I don't know whether you can see it or not. It's just flown straight over. Hopefully it'll buzz off somewhere else soon. We've got all the doors and windows open, so we have flies coming in. There we go. In the kits, I must say, although everything's the same, some of these, can you see how that one, hopefully you can see, it's not too shiny, but there's two designs if you like, but they're both really, really pretty. That one, you can see that one's got more rosebuds than that one has, but there's a couple of designs anyway, although, is that one a different one as well? I think there might be 3 designs. So they're all kind of a little bit different, but same. It's from the same piece of fabric, they're just different different sets of flowers. So that's my flower. Just move it around and see which way you like it. That looks nice, doesn't it? Like that. Bearing in mind that I have got to get some writing on here. That's the only thing that I am conscious of. So do I want it a little bit flatter, just so I've got a little bit more room? Although I think that should be the right way. I just don't want to. No, I'm going to go that way, I think. Like that. That's what I'm going to do. Okay. So I'm looking for my white thread. I need some more white thread. Oh, I found right. Oh, yes, of course. I had to ignore me, please. I'm having a moment. Wondering why I've got an extra needle. Right. So, about there. Try and centralise it. I need a pin. Let's get a pin in. I think I've stuck it in myself. And stick it in the middle, like that. And then again, this fabric, the beauty of this fabric is it doesn't fray. It doesn't fray very much at all. But it's not that it's not that nice to sew into. It's quite tough. It can be quite tough. But we're only going around the edges. But it's just so pretty. I've used it in quite a few of my projects, this fabric, and I've still got quite a lot left, so I'm sure it'll appear in a few more as well. Again, it's just a tacking stitch or whip stitch all the way round. Right, so I've spoken about the giveaway. I'm not going to advertise the giveaway at all. I'm doing a Christine, because Christine does this. She just embeds the giveaway into one of her videos, and then you don't get anybody, you know, you get your regulars, your regular subscribers and commenters know about it without actually advertising it. So, and I'd like it to go to somebody who's, you know, subscribed and likes and comments. It means a lot, so it's kind of a thank you to everyone that does that. It does mean a lot to me. I was going to wait until I've got 5,000 subscribers, but I can't wait. So I thought I would do it now. I might do another one at 5,000, you never know. So yeah, anyway, I've talked about the giveaway, so I think that's all done. So what I'll do is, but basically it, I think, for that. And then, like I say, if you would want to buy a kit, I'm a bit nervous about posting overseas, but I'm going to do it, and it will be tracked and traced, or whatever it's called. It should be just large letter, so I'm trying to keep the postage down, but obviously I am going to be doing tracking on the overseas. UK, I'm not too worried about. It's pretty reliable, so I'm going to just try keep postage costs down to second class, and it will be, I think it's a large letter, so I can't remember off the top of my head how much it is, but I will, if you're interested, then let me know on Instagram, and I will come back to, and I will message you with the, oh, I haven't told you how much they are, have I? No, I don't think I have I? They're £8. The kits are £8 plus postage. That would be helpful, wouldn't it? So if you want one, there are only 10. I mean, if there's a massive demand, I don't think there will be, but if there is, for some reason, then I could always make some more. But I thought 10 would be a start. It's something that I've wanted to do for a long time. I have actually got another design going. So if this goes well, then you never know, I might do, well, I have got another one to do, but we'll see. But it's something that I've wanted to do for a long time. And like I say, I have dabbled before, but I've only sold locally and not online. yeah, so yeah, so I think that's everything that I need to say for now. Obviously, if you are wanting one from overseas, it will be a letter, large letter, but I can't really be responsible for any taxes or import duties or anything like that. That will be, if I don't know if customs will be bothered about a letter post, I'm not sure, but I can't be responsible for taxes in another country. I think that's everything. A payment will be by PayPal. If there's anything you want to ask me, then put it in the comments or over on Instagram. I can't think of anything else off the top of my head at the moment. Right, so did I say you'll need tracing paper as well? You'll need tracing paper as well. Just a tiny bit, or even a thin piece of paper maybe. Baking parchment is good. Just something to trace your letters. Oops, Daisy. Right, that's not very good at all. Right, rubbish ripping. You may even, this is quite a thin linen, and you might, yeah, I mean, look at that. You can, I don't know whether you can see that or not, but I'm trying to get, because you can actually see through it. So you might be, if you held it up, oh yeah, if you held it up to a window or had it on a light box, you know, your iPad works as a light box as well, or even your phone could do that. Just, have I got my phone with me? Let me just get my phone on. I think you need to make it brighter. I'm not going to do it now, but yeah. So you should be able to trace that really without any tracing paper, really. And this, remember when you were little and you couldn't colour in the lines? That's like me. But you know, it's only a guide. You can either you can even do your own writing. If you've got better writing than me, then do your own writing. Let's put a little there. So that's like that. Then you just go over again. So it's got some pencil mark on this side when you're pressing down. Like that. And then position it over just where you want it. You know, it doesn't have to be where I put it, because you know, you might want it up here a bit more, but don't forget you've got to put a border, you know, or you can have it closer. I'm going to just do that there, which is about where it was anyway, and just lightly trace your letters again. You might want to put something else. You could put happy birthday, best wishes, hello, just hello. You can do whatever message you want. You do not have to do what I've done. Okay, that's not the best tracing. Oops, Daisy. I'm just going to go back over with my pencil. And I've left, I haven't provided any thread for this, because you can do it whatever colour you want. You might want to take a colour from this already, the blue, the pinks, what, green would be nice. I'm going to go for pink, I think. I'm just going to get some pink and place it and see what it looks like. I'm aware that I have already got pink in my fabrics, so I'm just going to bear those in mind. And oh, that looks lovely. I'm going to have a bright pink. for mine. You can do whatever you like. Or it'd be lovely as well if you do buy a kit, and you do a kit, and you are, well, if you're not a member of the Facebook group, come over and join us. And if you are, well, if you are, go and post your pictures of what you're doing in the Facebook group. That would be great if we had a whole collection of them. So I'm using 3 strands. It's easier if you pull them out singly rather than all 3 together. They don't knot up as much. So I've got 3. I'm gonna use, hopefully we'll be able to get it through this needle. And I'm just going to use a back stitch. Again, you can use whatever stitch you like. You might have a favourite stitch. Not want to couch it. Do stem stitch. Apologies if you can hear background noise. It is Sunday here and we've got the whole family in the house, so it can get a bit noisy, especially when the kettle goes on, which I think is just about to go on, so you might hear the kettle. With the sound of the ticking clock, of course, which is always there. I'm not going to stop the video while I'm doing all this stitching, but obviously you can fast forward if you want to. You don't want to watch me do the letters. It shouldn't take me too long, but it will take me a little bit of time, because you have to be a little bit more careful, don't you? And especially because I've drawn the lines in, I want to make sure that they're covered up. So I'm just taking my time. yeah, I was saying about the bird song in the garden. We have got, let me try and think what birds we've got. We've got the house sparrows. We've got loads of house sparrows around, and we've got pigeons who are as daft as a brush. We've got some, I don't know what, I think it's called Virginia creeper or something like that, that's growing on the house, and they tried to make a nest in that. Now, if I'm right that it's Virginia creeper, it kind of sticks to the house, but it's not very, it doesn't stick very securely. You could just pull it down, it kind of comes down quite easily. And you know what, how big and clumsy pigeons are. So they started to make this nest, and you could see it was toppling over as they were trying to make it. They've gone somewhere else now, they're making it in one of the trees, but yeah, they were making a nest in completely the wrong place, against a house near the window. It was not ideal, so I'm glad they've moved on. But yeah, we've got house sparrows as well. We have got a couple of robins, 2 robin redbreast, and we've got a couple of blue tits. There's some crows, which I'm not particularly keen on because they make this cawing noise, is it? I don't know what it's called, but yeah, 6 o'clock in the morning, they're making their noise. We've got, the other week I saw a goldfinch, or 2 actually. I saw a pair of goldfinch, which are lovely colours. I've got the yellow and the red as well. They've got red on their heads, I want to say, and then yellow on their wings, I think it is. So I haven't seen them for a week or so, but they were there. We do have a sparrowhawk hanging around, although I haven't seen him this year. Last year he got 2 of the house sparrows. He was devouring them, not at the same time, on 2 separate occasions. Catches them and then drops onto the lawn, and yeah, not nice. But I suppose it's nature, isn't it? It's survival of the fittest and all that. And they've got to eat, haven't they? So I just feel sorry for the poor little sparrows. So the sparrowhawk comes down every so often and swoops down and takes the sparrow. I think that's about it. That's all we've got. Did see 2 magpies the other week, but they are long gone. I've not seen them for a while. But I don't know, when I heard this bird song this morning, it's like nothing, I hadn't heard it before. It was very melodic and it was lovely, really nice. I don't know what they were though. I couldn't see them, they were in the trees, but I couldn't see what they were. I'm just thinking it can't be any of what we've already got, because I would have heard it before. I know there are websites where you can go where there are bird song identifiers, so I suppose I could listen to some and see if they sound familiar. But I probably would forget what it sounded like. To get around the corners, I'm just kind of couching down a little bit, just gives a nice curve on the corner. Because it's so warm, my hands are getting a little bit warm now. I'm saying it's so warm. I was watching Martha's video last night, and she was saying it's going to be 100 today. I'm sure she said it's going to be 100 degrees, but I think she said about, oh, I can't remember what it was in the other. Is it Fahrenheit or whatever the other one is? But yeah, it's not like that. It's not like what Martha's got, but it is lovely. Ow. I'm sewing my finger onto the fabric. It's just perfect, really. It's just because I'm indoors and I'm sewing. My hands are just a little bit warm. You should know that we Brits, we moan if it's too hot, we moan if it's too cold. I may need to get some more thread. I don't think this is going to be enough to finish. I'm going to finish that because it's getting a little bit tight. Grab the other 3 strands, and again I'm just going to separate them because it makes a smoother sewing, a smoother stitch. That's the word I'm looking for, stitch. It makes a smoother stitch when you separate them and put them together rather than just use them as they are. Righty, that's that, there we go, and off we go again. So just a couple more letters and then we're done. I've gone through the knot there, I can just feel it. Okay, we're on to our last letter, the R. There, and one more. Lovely. So let's just run that along the back of the stitches. You might need a knot, that will tie it all down. There we go. So that's that done. Right, so now we're on to the borders. So to decide which way, oh, I like that actually, that way, and that way. Again, there's plenty of fabric for this, so you might not need to use all of it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just fold that edge over so it's got a nice line, and I'm going to pop it there. That's going to be the top. So I'm going to stitch that on. Again, just with, let's take that out of there and get some more just white cotton. So that's that. What I am going to do is I'm just going to trim it in line. Nice and easy because you've got the stripes to guide you. I mean, here what you can do is you could make this taller. So you can have a thick border, or you can make it thinner and have a thin border. It's entirely up to you. I'm going to go for a thinner border, I think. Yeah, I'm going to go for a thinner border. So what I'm going to do is just that, like that. Not cut anything off at the back at the moment. And then with my thread, just going to do some stitches. I'm going all the way through just to secure the back, really. Have I doubled that out? No. Yeah, I need one strand. I don't need to double it. So yeah, all the way through just to secure it. But do whatever you like. You don't have to. Okay. There we go. You could trim that off if you want. Oops, a daisy. What's on there? Right. So, did I say green for this side? I did mine, then pink for that side. So we're going to go and do exactly the same as what I've just done. turn it over. Okay, this time I'm going to leave the edges because I'm going to turn them over. So again, pins. I think that's too far actually. I'm just going to eek. Is it going to go in? No, that's not right. Hang on. I want it in line with that scoop. Alright, that should do it. I'm probably using the wrong pins. I think longer pins might be better, I'm not sure. Okay, so when I've done that, then I will turn that over as well. But I will just leave it for now. Let's do this one. We'll do the other one in a bit. So I need to turn that over as well. So again, you can do it however thick you want it or wide you want it. I'm just going to fold it straight over. No, I'm not. I'm going to tuck it over. The reason why is because you could see it there. And I don't want it to be seen there, so I've just tucked that over, and hopefully it will catch. Not, might be an idea. There we go, get my knot. Making sure it's going through. Take that one out. Okay, so from there, I'm just going to go over. So I'm going to go through. And then just, so I'm not going all the way through now, I'm just joining it onto, just catching the yellow fabric. Get my words out. Okay, and that can go all the way around. Quite tough this is, get all the way through these fabrics, but and then just catch that side. Okay, don't need to go all the way up really. And then just do a little knot on the back of it. And you can't see, so that's that side done. And let's just do this side. Again, just fold it over. Could actually, it's a bit big actually, let's just cut that off a little bit. So you want it fairly straight. And just catch whatever backing fabric you can find. Okay, and just make sure you can't see, it just needs tucking in a little bit. Just use your needle, you should be able to. Your finger even, there we go. Just so that it doesn't poke out, you don't want to see it from the front. Okay, then go through and just do a little knot again on the back. Oh dear, that's not a very good knot at all. Don't do your knots like me. Okay, so that's that one. Okay, the pink side. And there's quite a lot of fabric there. You can always cut that and add a little bit to your stash if you wanted to. Again, like I did with, I just want to make it even, so like I did with this side, I went to the big scoop. I'm going to do the same with this side. Like that, and then there's a little bit of gap there and a little bit of gap there, so it looks about the same. It's quite even. And I will just use a couple of pins to pin it down. I've got my thread caught as well. Okay, because this is, I don't want this to be seen, I'm going to tuck it under. There's quite a lot of fabric, so you could, like I say, you could what was I saying? You could cut it. But I think I'm going to, let me just, it's just a little bit too bulky. That's better. Perfecto. Okay, let's get the thread. It's knotted. Oh, I've just unthreaded it. Right. not sure how long this video's been going on for. I suppose when you're watching a whole project, it does take quite a while, doesn't it? I've been doing it for about an hour or so. I mean, we're nearly finished with the basics. I would like to have shown, well, I will show you, I would like to show you some embellishments of what we can do to make it your own. It's quite thick now, so it's tougher to get through. In fact, this is the needle that I used for my vessel project, the Roxy project, and I was stitching through cardboard, so it's probably a bit of a blunt needle now. I need to get rid of it, but it kind of just gets being put back, and then I dig it out again. These colours look so pretty together. I'm really pleased with how it's turning out. Okay, so that's that. Keep ours thing threaded. I'm just going to chop it off a little bit to keep bulk down, and then go straight across. That's sticking out, but it will just need tucking in. So let's go through. Let's get my needle on the right side. Try again. No, go through there. Let's work on the back and just try and pick up some threads from that. So need a new needle. Just going to trim a little bit more of that off. And then I'm just going to tuck that under like that, and I should be able just to go up. I think it's because my hands are a bit sweaty now that my needle doesn't like it. Okay, and a knot. And another knot. I don't know what I've done there. I've done right, and then we've just got this side to do here. I'm just going to put some more thread. Oh, in fact, I've got one here. I will trim that. Turn it. I think that's okay. I don't think I'm going to see that from the front. So it's just a few stitches just to tie it down. That'll be all actually. Okay. Let's have a look at that. There we go. That is it finished, if that's how you wanted to basically do the kit. Now I'm going to do a little bit of embellishing. So the first thing that you can do is this is the 3 strands. It's got hair there. These are the 3 strands that I already had. So what I'm going to do is try and rethread them for a start. Okay. And I'm going to do some little crosses down on the bottom. could do just straight stitch. You could do a cancer stitch across. You could do a fly stitch. This is just really just to make it your own and do whatever you want. My stitches are not that straight. But I think it just adds, taking the colour that I've used for the letters, I think it just adds, just makes it a little bit more uniform, and you know, it brings it all together. I can fit another one in there, but you can use whatever colour, you know, it would be nice to do other colours as well. Bright yellow would be nice. Okay, so we've got some stitches down there. Again, I'm just feeding it through, not knotting it off. Okay, then up here, just going to do a running stitch. It's really just, you've got, you know, to use up, you've got spare, if you get my words out, if you've got spare thread to use up, just it all just adds, doesn't it, to the uniqueness of your own piece. Could even sign it, put your initials somewhere, date. You could even put the person's name if you were gifting it. You could put the person's name on it. I'm stitching through quite a lot of layers, so that's why I'm tugging at it. It's a bit tough to get the needle through. There we go. Do I want stitches? Do I want this? I feel as though I want crosses that side as well. I'm feeling as though I need to even it out. So I'm going to do 5 crosses this side as well. Don't know whether you can hear that squeaky toy. Next door's, I've got a new puppy. Well, she must be a few months old now. It's their dog's toy. She likes it a lot. She's always squeaking it. Our dog, we've got Jack Russell, and she doesn't have squeaky toys because she thinks it's some kind of animal, I think, and she just wants to kill it. So she doesn't have squeaky toys. We have to be really careful about what toys she has, because she'll just chew and chew and chew them until she basically eats them if they're destructible, if she can destroy them. So she's got a rope toy is fine, and she's got one ball that is indestructible. What's she got? And oh, she's also got, yeah, rope toy, not a squeezy toy, a squeezy ball. Oh, get my words out again. Squeezy ball, and she's got an antler to chew on. But that's about all she can have. Anything else, she just destroys. Okay, so that's that. What you can also do is add some beads. So I have got my box of beads. Just another idea. I'm going to put some beads in the centre of the roses. And I know roses don't have beads, you know. Oh, I've just lost my needle. No, I haven't. But I thought I would put some beads in the centre, just to give a little bit of sparkle, shininess, bit of texture, different texture. So just again, with my needle and my sewing thread, just going to add some beads. Can you see those? These beads I got from a shop in the UK. It's the Range, if you're in the UK. These are called the pastel ones. They do two kinds. Well, I presume that they still do them. I think you can also get them off Amazon, something similar. And one more. I'm going to put 3 in each one, I think. Okay, there's 3 on that one. Let's just finish that off and start again on the next one. Okay, my knots are not very good, and I think it's because I have my thread twisted, but you're not going to see the back, so it doesn't really matter. I think what I might do is just double my thread though. Okay, this one, let's have some pinks. Oh, hang on, I need to go first, don't I? Would help if I did it the right way round. Ouch. The beauty with these beads is they're not, the holes are quite big, so you haven't got to struggle getting the needle through. There are some that I do, you know, you get the odd one that's a bit smaller. I'm trying to, I've done different colours, so different yellows, different pinks. That's that one. One more. Just got an itch where I've gone and, yes, I thought I had gone and stabbed myself. Okay, let's go for yellows again. One of those ones. and one more. Which one haven't I used? I can't remember. Probably that one. I think I'm going to stop after I've done this, but you can, there's so much you can do to this. You can carry on, you can do lots of different stitches. So just, right, let's pop those on like that and shut that because I don't want to spill them. Okay, I'm going to call it finished, but you could carry on. It would be nice to do some camphor stitching down here, maybe in a yellow, or you could do it in just a white. Again with this one here, you could do a green. You could also put beads in these holes here. That would look nice as well. Do more stitching up here. Like I say, you could put a name, you could embroider a name or another message. A date would be nice as well. Your initials, you could put your initials on. Lots more you could do to that. You could also stitch, do some stitching round. You could do some thread painting. You could even do colouring the lines or sew the lines on the jug. Lots and lots to do. But I'm going to leave it there because I think this video is probably gone on too long now. If you've got any questions, please do ask. Please enter the draw if you would like to win one of the packs. Like I say, if you decide to buy a pack but enter the draw, if you win, I will refund or I will send you another pack. It's up to you how you want to do that. Yeah, if you've got any questions, ask, because I can't think that I've missed anything, but I might have done that you think is relevant and would like to know. So that's basically it. Those are the packs. And I think that's about it. I can't think of anything else to say. So just thank you so much for joining me. And thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking. Thank you for commenting. Really do appreciate it so much. Yeah. So bye-bye for now, and thank you for watching. Take care, and I'll see you again soon. Okay, bye-bye.